Hello and welcome to episode 4, starting off right from last time, and I'm going to be building just a little over about 30 cookers. Yeah, 30 cookers. Ah, God, this is gonna be a bunch of fun. So we're going to need 5 cookers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For each of those, it's going to require 2 fridges. 1, 2. So we need to replicate that 6 times down here. But then we're also going to need to replicate a 1, 2 thing 6 times. So that'll be 2, 4, 6. No. I've miscounted there. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then say 6. So we'd be able to do it in just this area here. So I'm gonna remember that, and I'm gonna do that, and possibly use this for something else, which might be a heavily defended armory and a holding cell, combined with perhaps a security area, because I'm not sure if the what's it called, visibility is disabled. But obviously not there, where I actually meant to draw it, which was like that. But then I'd have to move one of those sinks. So there we go, that's a rough idea basically of what we're going to be doing. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Now, if this will be enough for the actual, prisoners, then I'm not sure, but it should be. So that's going to be like that in just basically that is the basic of basic design of this one bit, and that's enough to service one of these. So this 6 times, according to the thing I'm looking at, which is the Prison Architect Wiki, it doesn't say how many prisoners each one can serve, but it does say like the number for each one of these. And that should be enough for each one of those. So now we just need to replicate this 6 times. And I think I'm blathering on slightly, and if I am, I'm sorry about that. We're going to replicate this 6 times, and I'm just going to check over here to make sure this isn't dead yet. No, it is not. So if we're doing it 6 times, actually, one sec. That means we're going to have this bit here as well. But we could separate it and have 2 gap between them. But actually, I'd kind of like to have a 3 gap instead of a 2 one, because then I can put sprinklers. Automatically sprays the area with water in event of a fire. But you can put them on top of stuff. So actually, I'm just going to totally ignore what I just did and just keep blathering on. Right, so that needs to be like that. I'm going to separate these off so they each have their own little power thing, so we can turn the ones that we currently aren't using off. So that one can be switched off. And then let's continue. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many. Yep, like that. And then actually we will do the 2 gap. We will do that 2 gap thing. Five. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we are going to hope to hell that this works and doesn't explode horribly. Now, that's probably going to die pretty soon due to the amount of shit we have installed on it. So I'm going to switch all of them. As soon as they get installed, I'm going to switch them off. See? It's just died. It's done exactly what I said it would do. And it's just killed everything, like. Alright, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back on. That's wonderful. So they're all back online. Switch off that. Let's just test, see if it does work. Yes, there's no power being used. I'm going to enable this one, just so all the lights come back on. And then I'm going to just... I'm just going to preempt what's probably going to happen here. And I'm going to put that many more on. See, because one of those rows uses around 2 bars of electricity. So... we should now be at a point in which we can have all of them turned on at once. Yes, there we go. So now what we're going to want to do is we want to add some sinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so we need another 3. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Now that is essentially the kitchen finished. I think that's the kitchen finished. We're gonna pull this line along here and just bring small cables in. Because these small pipes should have a long enough reach on them. But I'm even going to slow the game down slightly, so we're not rocketing through everything. Now what we want to do for the next part is we need to find a cell, and Jesus Christ, this place is filthy. Right, I'm just going to do it. I mean, an extra minus 200 a day isn't too much. I mean, where are they going? Where are they cleaning? Oh, they're starting in here. I see. What the hell is he? Why is he taking? All right then. So apparently, janitors can do laundry now. That's new. Oh, that's stuck. So I'm gonna have to dismantle a freaking wall again. Concrete floor. Just put a concrete floor there. Let's get it dismantled. Let's get it out of the way. Let's sort it out. Now I'm going to want to plan this so it has a bed sort of flat like that. You know, like that. And then a toilet. But not in that one. Bed, toilet. And then just reverse that on this side, so it's bed. I said that the opposite way around. Like that. So it needs to be like that. That is what we're going to repeat across the entire cell block. Now, hopefully they'll move that. So you see, that's the level of detail in this game. You can hear flies. There's flies buzzing around the rubbish. That is the detail. Now I'm going to want a pipe all the way down to See, the problem is, I'm kind of thinking, like, how far could I go with a pipe? See, if I did it like that, I'd only have to have it down the occasional one. I mean, even like that would probably still work, but oh god, this is tricky. See, like that would work even. In fact, I'm gonna try this. I've never really tried this before. I'm gonna do it like that, just down to the wall. We'll cue all of these small pipes, which won't take too long to install. Now, a couple of people have said, "Oh my god, teach me this game," in the comments of the like first and second video. I'm not really sure what they mean by that, but I'm guessing they mean like tutorials. So if you like the idea of having a tutorial series on how this game works, again, as I said before, comment below, etc., all that gaff. Oh, that's not the right thing. Why haven't we researched these? They need to be researched. They need to definitely be researched. So as I said last episode, if you guys can recommend a regime and even a policy, I don't want anyone to be saying like, it's even as a joke in the policy, "Ooh, you murdered someone, kill them," because that's not nice. You don't just kill people. Killing people's bad. Okay. Now I'm gonna experiment with this. The kitchen size it is right now, and I'm gonna cut off this. And I'm going to have a... How big is this room? Let's have a look. This room is 19, so if I had a doorway there like that. If I have a door there, then we should be able to get in. I'm just kind of hoping they install the door first before they start doing the path. But then again, they're installing a shite ton of pipe first. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to copy this across all of these and then fill in the walls. Now the walls, we could also use the little trick with by filling this one in backwards. So we copied that area with a door and walls, and then just paste that over all of them. In fact, that's what we are going to do. So we're going to use these two areas in the middle here, a bit like a template. So these two areas are going to be the template for pretty much the whole thing, and it's going to be repeated across the whole thing. So they've moved that now, so I can start to put that back, and then the toilet back. Now this requires tables. Well, it doesn't require tables, but it makes it look better. So let's put 2 tables in there. I never really checked actually. Jobs. That has 90, it's 1 off max jobs. That's a bit of a... And why are there no jobs in that? What's... Oh yes, this one has That one has that little problem where if you have a thing there, it doesn't think it's the right room. So that only has 18, that has 19. I would have liked the max 20, but it's not the end of the world. It's not even that much of a problem, because we're not really going to need everyone doing it 24/7 anyway. So where are my janitors currently? He's cleaning up there, he's cleaning up there. See, this place is getting cleaned up nice and quickly. We are meant to be doing this as well, which I'm going to do right now. Let's get these up and running. So we are not losing, but we are using quite a lot of money to build these things now. I've just realised if I add a little bit more foundation onto here, I could make the entrance for this through the staff area, and I'm going to do that simply because it'll be a lot easier to do that way. So that's going to be a full door as well. But they're going to need to build both of those before it actually says it is a full door. So I love the footprints. It's just pixelated footprints, but it looks awesome. Right, so janitors. Well, one's cleaning the kitchen, and the other one's currently cleaning down here. It's going to take them quite a while to clean the whole prison. Now, for some reason, it's not removing this planning when the objects go down, so I'm just going to delete all this. Someone also said move your road gates further away so it doesn't. So the prison, it's not. There's no chances for them to be open. But what I'm going to do eventually is move. Well, not move, but build another road gate down there. And another road gate up at this end also. So then I've got a double layer. I would put them in between, but it'll look stupid because it'll merge through here. So I'm just gonna do them at the two ends. Because this nice big gap here, I'll probably have like one armed guard there, one armed guard there to just take him down. Probably a couple of dogs as well. So dogs and armed guards. That's basically the gist of. I'm gonna have another jail door actually, right there, just so it stops moaning it requires an entrance. Because it's got two entrances technically right now, but once they install that, it should be good. So what we're going to do is... Oh, so janitors do. Janitors are actually doing laundry. So I could just have a team of janitors to do my laundry for me. I did not know you could do that. Right, so let's start by building everything except those two. I did not mean to... That's the wrong one. I did not mean to do that one. And then this, like so. That's wrong. Sadly, you can't cancel things from inside the clone tool. I'm kind of thinking, just for the purposes of making things a little bit easier, perhaps putting a the storage there temporarily. But then again, probably it would be a little bit temperamental if we did that. So I think I'll just leave it how it is. Now, where are my janitors currently? Well, one of them's giving out new uniforms, which are still being delivered by the boatload, and he's still cleaning the kitchen, which is taking him an absolute shitload of time. That's kind of screwed up, that has. Can I bull that? No, I cannot. I can't even get rid of it. You must be joking. I can get rid of it. Good. Right, dismantle. It was a stupid idea anyway, so dismantle both of these doors. I'm going to put a brick wall in there. I'll just have another door here, and then perhaps a double door. Don't know what the hell that noise is those guys are making. Now, so they've finished that. So the trick was to copy this section, and you can just copy it over. And it won't copy anything except the walls. So then it's easier than what I was doing in the previous series, which was just filling in the walls by hand. So I'm still learning. I'm not even very good at this game. I mean, the last prison I had just constantly had riots, and I couldn't control it whatsoever. So I'm not going to claim that I'm good. I'm just going to say that I'm reasonably well experienced. So that's happened. This is another little pet peeve with the game, which is that it'll remove all of the lights when the walls go in, which isn't good. So now what you do is you go into your clone tool again, and you copy this bit, and do that one, which you've forgotten, but obviously you won't have forgotten it, because you're not me. Eventually I believe my janitors will move these again, and start storing the prison uniforms. I mean, I might buy some more janitors, A, to clean it, to get the whole thing clean, and B, just so I can get these prison uniforms out of the way. Well, I really want to buy that as well, but it's 80,000. I mean, it's not like I don't have like 2,800,000-ish. Well, 2,736,649 if you want to be exact. But I don't really want to be spending money on extra little areas to buy yet. I want to be saving that for a little bit later on. Now, it should have been the end of the episode a couple of minutes ago, but I'm going to bring it up to 30 minutes, just so you guys get an extra long episode whilst we do this. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go to Rooms, Cell, and designate this whole area as cells. And there you go. Right on time, we've got 30 prisoners. If we check fire valuation, 30. So we now have 30 cells. Whew, God, it's taking quite a while to get to this point. Now, I'm going to just... But the reason I wanted to extend the episode slightly is because I just want to sort of go through my plan for this area. Now, I want to have a security room and a armory. Now, I probably want to D-zone this as a kitchen, because that is not a kitchen. In fact, I probably don't even need this bit zoned as a kitchen. That's just a little walkway, which needs another door, actually, just so people can't be walking through there willy-nilly. So what we're going to have is we're going to have, let's see, it's 13. So I could do 6 and 6. And then from there to there is 17. So if I was to do that, then I could have this area right here as the armory. stick with me here, stick with me. That area right there is the armory. That's going to be like that. But we're going to have a little sort of area here with 1, 2, well not even that. 1, 2, 3, 4 solitary doors. And what they're going to be is to keep people out of the armory, so they can't just willy-nilly go and say, I want a gun. So how many of these lockers could we fit in here? I mean, we don't really need these weapon racks, to be honest, but we can still fit them down the middle. It says it needs a table, so the table can go sort of near the middle. And yeah, that's going to be the armory. Now, the other rooms we're going to have is we're going to have security. And hopefully a holding cell. And it's bang on the right size. Lovely. So I'm going to put that in like that, with this, and with this. That's going to need an office desk, a chair, and a filing cabinet. And this is going to need a toilet and a bench, as well as a door. So I'm going to install the 1, 2, 3, 4 solitary doors on the armory. There should be an armory door, like an armed door. Because these are just the hardest doors in the game. They're insanely hard to break, and they're just tough as shit, basically. So I'm gonna put 1 toilet, and I'm not planning on prisoners being in this area for a while, so just 1 toilet and 3 benches should be good. However, that's gonna make my OCD go nuts. So let's just reverse that, and then we're gonna have a small pipe like so. So benches, we've got this. We've got a security room, which is going to need an office desk, a chair, and a filing cabinet. And then this is also going to be the eventual place the CCTV monitors are going to go, if we do have CCTV. Whereas we probably are going to have CCTV. The armory is sadly going to have to wait until next episode, because we're coming up on the end of the time frame. I'm still kind of deciding what to do with this, because I think this is kind of pointless. There's no point having that there, because we're never going to have that extra office. I still think I might want to hire 2 more, or maybe 3 more janitors, so we have 5 janitors. But hopefully, if all goes well, by the end of next episode, in fact, screw it. Shit, I hired 1 extra. By the end of next episode, this whole area will be clean. We should have the extra wall. And we should be able to bring the prisoners in. Because I'm pretty sure we've got everything now. We've got shower, we've got food, we've got holding cell, we've got visitation, we've got cleaning, and we've got laundry. We've got pretty much everything we need to make them happy. Apart from maybe a common room. But I don't know where the common room would go. I can't really think of a place to put a common room in this prison currently. Because I was thinking I could perhaps section that bit off and put a common room there, but I've just realised that's not going to work. But hopefully we only need this bit, so if we build another one of these onto this side, we should be able to. Well, we should be able to put a common room and whatever else we need in there, because the other kitchen will be that side. We're also going to grass this area, grass this area, grass this area. Screw it, we'll buy that one next time. Or I might do that off camera, actually, because sometimes it crashes your game when you buy the opposite sides of the road. So it's quite a large area, actually. I mean, what area is that? That's a 100 by 160. And that is the same. Up that way is 200 by 80, same price. And 200 by 80. But we're going to be going that way, and this is going to be a forest, so we can start getting wood to chop down. And it's also going to be, I don't know actually, why is that area going to be? I can't even remember what I was going to put up there. Oh yeah, the kennel is going to be on that side of the prison. and there's going to be just generally quite a few things on that side. So I hope to see you next time. Someone needs to come up with a regime. So remember, it's a regime. It's 12 AM to 11 AM, and it needs to have majority of free time and around about probably even like, well, just that of work, and then the rest needs to be free time, sleep, and where the eats need to go. So if someone can think of a good regime, I'll give you a shout out if you have your own YouTube channel. And just generally, you're amazing and awesome, and yeah. So see you next time. Goodbye. I need to stop stalling. Goodbye.